Welcome back to the channel. This is Nathaniel Cradle, your rich friend, and today we are going over something magnificent. I have done all of the work for you so that you can just kind of sit back, take note, and apply. I have read the chapters, I have done the interviews, and today we've got this. So if you're anything like me, you don't want to just hear articulation. You want to see something so that you can go back and rewind it, write it down, put it on a sticky note, put it in your bathroom so that you can walk by it every day and read it. So let's get started on how you can start to build wealth so that you can get rich. Where you live is the most important decision you will ever make. Listen, it determines a lot of your outcomes, and a lot of people don't realize this. So if you live in the slums, guess what? You may have a slum outcome. So work hard at getting out of the position that you're in so that you can get into a new environment. It will determine your job. It will determine who you marry, what you do for a living. So it's real important to determine your environment. Number two, stop hanging with losers. And we've talked about this before. Unless you want to be one. Real simple, right? So if you realize that you're around people that aren't supporting your needs, supporting your growth, these are people that you don't want to be around. So listen, choose carefully. And I'm going to make sure that I don't mess this up. So I've got some extra notes here so that I can ensure that you take proper notes and you have a successful outcome. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. Just think about that for a second. Stop pointing fingers. Assume the blame for everything. Listen, it's gonna make you better, right? Pointing the fingers at somebody else or something else that's happened is never gonna make you better. But when you accept responsibility, you then take on that challenge to become what? Better. Number four, your life is boring because you're boring. Start to do things that's outside the box. When somebody has an idea to do something that you typically don't do, guess what? You may have fun. Years ago, I never used to hike. Now I love hiking. Years ago, I never used to white river raft. Now I love white river rafting. Skiing, snowboarding, getting out in nature, photography. These are all great things to do to get you outside of your box and to stop being boring. I've got another little small list that I would like to just kind of read in detail. Find ways to monetize the things that you can't wait to do. So even if it's a YouTube channel, right? You cannot wait to get in front of the camera and talk about the things that you love. Do that. Monetize that opportunity, right? If you like to write, do that. Help people with their writing. Help them articulate their ideas on paper. Write down in detail and look at it every once in a while, right? So write the things down that's important to you. And again, like we just mentioned in the last segment there, look at it almost every day, right? It'll remind yourself why you're doing all of this stuff. So I have dedicated to make numerous YouTube videos. And guess what? Does it get hard? Absolutely. But I wrote it down so that I could see it every day and it reminds me. Put a reminder as to why you want to do these things. What joy does this bring your life? People are going to distract you. You're going to get distracted. Netflix is going to distract you. People are going to call you and want to do things. It's going to distract you. That's why writing these things down will help you stay on track. You're not competing with others. You're competing with poverty and who you were yesterday. So let's just think about that for a second. If you're doing the same things today, let's just say you're minimum wage worker, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But you want to do something different? Compete against your outcome. Compete against poverty. Compete, more importantly, against who you were yesterday. You are your competition. Seek progress and not necessarily completion. Get started, right? You will reach the finish line, but when we focus on the things that we have to do and the outcome, that's pretty challenging. Just focus on getting started. Get up in the morning, do some push-ups, get some energy, take some B12, and start accomplishing step by step. People don't want to see the world the way that you see it. Growth sounds like bragging, right? So people don't necessarily want to see the world how you visualize it because it may come off as bragging. And that's just a bad feeling, right? You feel bad when you assume that the other person thinks that you're bragging. Your progress makes them feel less. Have you ever been in that position to where you've got that raise, you've got that new title under your belt, but you just don't want to share it with the other person because they're always down? It makes them feel like they're less. Accept people for who they are, but put them in their place, right? So it's not necessarily that we need to go out and cut off all of our friends. We just know where to compartmentalize these people, right? So if they're not necessarily as supportive as you need to get to the next level in your life, then compartmentalize these people and put them off to the side and make room for new friends. So I hope that you took away today everything that you needed in these 5 steps of wealth. Take note, go back in the videos, write these things down. I know just looking at it here on this little post-it may not seem like much, but writing these things down, saying them every single day, and if not every day, look at it once a month, look at it once a quarter. It doesn't matter, but look at it, and I can assure you that your life will start to change over time. Give it a shot. If reading's not your thing, I will dissect the authors that think that this material is needed in the world. I'll understand it. I'll write it down. I'll share it with you. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below. If this is the first time to your channel, consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that this is the type of information that you like, and I'll see you next time. Stay wealthy, my friends.